Welcome, friends, foes, and everyone in between. Tonight we have the first game of the postseason knockout tournament where the Tigers will face up against an old rival they've met twice already in CUERVOS. The bracket is the top 8 finishers from the regular season jumping in here. As you can see, we're laid out. The number 1 seed, the Tigers, going up against the number 8 seed, the CUERVOS. And the rest of the teams all the way down, looking to be a good game here, as it tends to always be with the CUERVOS. I'm joined here by Mike. Mike, you ready for a good game?
I hope so. I think it will be a good game. It always is with the CUERVOS. They seem to get some lucky breaks with formations and players that we have, which I think you're going to go into.
Yeah, so we have Joel, as always, the human wall in goal, Robert and Esteban starting at defense, myself in the center mid, Fernando and Jason on the wings, and Mike up top with only one sub. Albert did actually dress out for this game, didn't end up playing, so we are tight on substitutions for this game, which is a rough go, as you can see our mixed match of positions. And we're going to get ourselves started off here, as Mike will drop that all the way back to Esteban. And the knockout stage for the postseason tournament has begun. Jason looking down the line. Sees Mike on an early through ball, just a little overhit. Good energy to start the game, though.
It just got done raining here, so the field is playing a little bit quick.
Yeah, quite a slick pitch at the moment.
It did not cool it down, though. It is still mid-80s, low 80s maybe.
I would say so. The cloud cover was nice,
but the humidity was, I think, about 120%, if I'm not mistaken.
CUERVOS here, moving the ball down the line. Gonna get snuffed out real quick by Robert, as this will go out for a CUERVOS corner, I believe. Or no, it's a throw. Wonderful defense here from Fernando to see Esteban pushing into that open space with a great ball through to Mike, who's one-on-one. And it's going to scoot wide of the goal. Sat the keeper down, was one-on-one with the defender, and just couldn't get it on target. Great signs, not even 2 minutes into the game.
Sitting the keeper down has a vivid image in my mind, and it's not putting your shoulder into him, but it worked out.
Tigers here doing well, snuffing out the attack from CUERVOS. Esteban remaining a calming presence there in the back.
Okay.
Tigers here just working the ball around, trying to be patient, maintain possession. Robert with some footwork here, ultimately going back to Esteban to reframe the attack. Into myself, who has a nice little Cruyff here, coming across the field. He's going to cut inside, just a little bit of a heavy touch. He's going to get called for a foul here early in the game. And I definitely did catch him, but this man is Broadway level.
He's trying to make a meal out of that one.
Absolutely, and why wouldn't you? You know, in the knockout game, take one of their best players off the field. That would be a huge benefit, especially with the lack of subs. CUERVOS come forward here. Robert does well to deal with that. Ball moved up to Fernando, into Chris, and a nice little movement here to switch the field out to Esteban.
Tigers are doing well to find space, especially along that back line early on here.
It's a quick little feed from Esteban there to get around his guy. It's going to come into Chris with a left-footed shot, I think. And it just bounces back to the Tigers to recycle and try to get another attack going.
Good job.
Good ball there from Jason. Just a little overhit again on this skippy pitch. It's hard to really time those passes. Cheeky little ball there from the Cuervos. But Robert just in the way and forces a mistake out of the Cuervos for a goal kick.
Early on, the Tigers' back line is not showing that consistent shape that we're used to seeing. Obviously, that's probably due to the fact that they're having some guys play that position that don't normally play that position.
Good job.
And the Cuervos did not taking advantage of the green being caught up there in transition. We're going to drop it all the way back, allowing the Tigers to regroup. Robert with some good defense there, winning the ball off. Trying to get the ball through to Mike. Just again, that fast surface causing some problems. Cuervos moving the ball down the line, and again, that wet turf makes that ball move so quick. We've already seen multiple mistakes from both teams. Just overhitting passes, putting a little too much speed on it. It's going to take a lot of touch to really get this thing moving. Maybe balls into feet.
Go for the long one. Someone go for the long one then, because nobody's going there.
Esteban looking over top to Fernando. Not an awful ball, but the keeper's keen to it. He's going to grab that and look to catch the Tigers on transition. But a good bit of defense there to put the ball outside. Mike tracking back here. Does well.
Already seen that humidity affect some of the Tigers players on the pitch. Hands on knees. Deep breaths.
Yeah, water's not easy to breathe. Everyone out here feeling like fish.
Tigers manager Albert is going to need to be up to the challenge to maintain and manage the time on the pitch.
Cuervos do well to win that one back. And the Cuervos have a similar tactic when going forward to the Tigers. They like to hold the ball defensively and then try to make fast breaks forward. This team, being the number 8 seed, is probably happy to try to play for the tie to take it to penalties to try to get a win there. If they can lock it down against the Tigers, that's probably the best bet. And another slippery when wet ball right there. Chris with a mishandle. But Robert there to sweep it up. Gets it out to Pedro, who is tracking back. A little bit of footwork, but he's going to lose out there. It's the Cuervos look to capitalize. It's a good ball into the box. Always going wide. Always overhit, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Tigers, as Joel's going to lay this to Esteban quick. Little ball back to Chris, who's going to no look into Pedro. Making a run. Looking to get that to Fernando, and again, the fast pitch. Everything's just being overhit. They come off with the ball again, and that ball centrally was not great.
I'd argue that that ball was exceptional for both Mike and Pedro, and that was the problem.
A lack of communication, maybe.
Yeah, if it was very obviously for one of them, then yeah, both of them were in. And I think that is a product of the humidity and the effect of the weather on the teams, because if they were fresher, I think both of the players would have gone for that.
Esteban looking to play this ball through. It's going to get cut out. The Tigers seem to be a little too direct at the moment, trying to force things through, make people run. And with one sub, it's not how you want to play. And Mike with a wonderful ball. Fernando making some dangerous runs early in the game to get into some great spots, just unable to get on the end of it. CUERVOS here getting in the box, looking to put a ball across. Joel gets a foot to it and is able to pounce on it. Never really in any true danger there. Ball's played out. Esteban's going to get on the end of it. It's going to have a shot. And the keeper, it was just right at the keeper's guts. And you can see with how wet the field is, it almost popped off of him and into the goal. But chance goes wanting for the Tigers once again.
Esteban's going to want that one back, I think.
CUERVOS moving the ball down the field. Pedro does well. Great defense from the man. Looking to start the counter. As Esteban, who is a defender, was the furthest man up the field. Just shows you the fluidity of the Tigers' positioning. As Mike's going to lose out here. And CUERVOS look to attack. And there's that man again. He tripped over the ball and tried to get Robert called for the foul, but Robert does well defending there. I think Mike might
I think that was Jose defending.
Was it?
Yes. Robert was up further up the field. Multiple players on the Tigers here asking for a sub. Only one sub available. Hands immediately go to knees. This throw-in's taking a minute to get back on.
Get over here.
Chris looking to put a ball in. And not too far away from that far post.
Keeper needs to get his bearings right. One might go in if he's not keenly aware of where that goal is.
Ball played out from CUERVOS all the way up to midfield. And it's a good ball in, but Fernando does well to get ahead on that to prevent any dangerous opportunity. And CUERVOS starting to look a little dangerous here.
Both teams going with longer passes, longer balls in lieu of the quick short passes running around.
You can see all those are not subs for the Tigers old boys. Those are subs from the Tigers YB team, another team in the club coming to support us. Shouts out them for being there. As Fernando does well under pressure here to hold on to the ball. Good link-up play between him, Pedro, and Esteban. The final ball is just a problem. But he does well to track back and win it off as Chris puts one into Pedro, and Pedro has a shot. That's going to go wide, not troubling the keeper. But it is a warning shot. The Tigers mean business.
For what it's worth, a few of the players from TBD are there on the sideline as well.
Oh, shouts out TBD then too. Ball out here from CUERVOS down the left side of the field. It's played in centrally, And Jason does well to snuff that one out. And this might be a good time to mention the guy in the middle of your screen, Larson.photo, Mr. Seth Larson, taking some pictures that are going to be featured over on our Instagram, the Woodlands Tigers OB. So if you want to check those out and check him out, he's a talented artist. You should give them both a follow. These Tigers move the ball here centrally. Chris skips past one and tries to lay it to Pedro. Just a little overhit. Poor pass in the end.
More and more flat feet. A little bit out of position for a few of these guys. Fatigue is setting in. Not seeing the same shape that we're used to seeing out of this Tigers team.
Yeah, the Cuervos happy to sit and let the Tigers kind of run themselves into the ground here. You can definitely tell the guys in green are getting a little tired. Cuervos play a ball in, and it's cut out by Esteban, and Jose able to get onto it to Jason, who's going to put it back to Esteban, and a great little bit of link-up play here in the back for the Tigers. As Mike's on the end of it, going to look to get a shot off. Just never enough power to really trouble the Cuervos keeper there, as he's going to pounce on that.
Mike, next out, okay? Pedro, next out, you go forward, okay?
You think that it would be like, don't touch it.
High punt there. As the ball's bouncing. And this guy's going to come right through Jose's back and win the ball as he goes around Esteban. And Joel makes a great save, but it falls right back to the guy up top. And against the run of play, the Cuervos lead the Tigers in a knockout round, 1-0. So let's take another look at this. Just right around Esteban. Joel gets some hands to it. Just unable to keep it off of his feet. A bit unlucky for the guy in blue to not see that one bobble out.
You can hear Albert beside himself in that clip. Woodlands Tigers cannot let that ball bounce in their half like that, especially on this pitch with the shape they're keeping. It needs to go first chance.
Tigers need to figure something out here.
I understand that is difficult though when you have an elbow directly in your spine.
Yeah, that was absolutely a foul on Jose. I'm not afraid to say it. This referee has a very poor track record of keeping the players safe. Cuervos in possession all the way back to their keeper. And already being a team that was playing for the tie, now see themselves sitting up by a goal, giving themselves a cushion. They're going to be happy to hold on to this and force the Tigers to have to make the difference. And a poor pass from Esteban leads to a ball right in the middle, and it's going to drop to Cuervos, and they're going to finish it for a 2-goal lead, back-to-back, so fast. 2 mistakes lead to 2 Cuervos goals. And you got to say, Joel almost made a big save on this one, too. And just, again, unlucky to watch it fall to this guy's feet. As the Cuervos now with a 2-goal cushion on the Tigers late in the first half. The Tigers are going to need to pull something out, maybe try to play for a tie and take it down in penalties.
Good goalkeeping on both of those goals. Joel came out quick, got his hands to the ball, was just unlucky with the bad bounce.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. The Cuervos now have the ball, and they're going to be happy to sit on this. Maybe a little confident now, knowing that the Tigers are showing a weakness, trying to move the ball forward.
Tigers need to get one back here before halftime.
Jose is going to lay this one into Chris centrally.
Come back.
Robert checking back to receive this ball into Pedro. Pedro back to Robert, who has a great cut of possession. He's going to lay it back to Chris, and this is a wonderful little bit of passing play between the Tigers, moving the ball around, getting into some dangerous spots, and Esteban's on the end of this. He's going to have a shot, and it's a good block in the end from Cuervos to get that out for a Tigers corner.
Thank you.
Good passage of play there. Cuervos seemed to have taken a four-man back line when the Tigers have the ball with a single pivot at this point. Seems like they're protecting the lead.
Plenty of time.
This ball is going to fall right to myself. And, I've never been good at golf, and that shot just mimicked my typical drive. Looking for the fairway, finding the trees. And it's going to be a Cuervos goal kick. Closing seconds of the first half. If the Cuervos can just maintain possession, they'll go into halftime with a 2-0 lead, and the Tigers will have some crazy restructuring to do to figure something out.
Yeah, with not many subs on the sideline, too many changes that, and also not much time this season played from behind.
Esteban puts in a good tackle here to receive the ball. He's going to lay it into Chris. Moving forward, a little step over, and the shot comes in, and it's an absolute rocket into the top corner, and the Tigers have a lifeline.
What a goal. We'll need to bring the net repair kit out next week to make sure that goal is okay after you absolutely hammered that.
Literally right after the goal, the ref blows for halftime, and the Tigers go in down 2-1. Real quick on the screen, the highlights provided by Big Sky Vids on Instagram. You're going to want to check him out. Big thanks to him for coming out and filming some of our stuff. Mike, what'd you see in that half?
The Tigers are feeling the missing players, and we're seeing it on the pitch. The shape is wrong. You're seeing the exhaustion, the fatigue on the Tigers' faces, and it's showing. We've seen the Tigers play against Cuervos before with some experimental positioning. It didn't end well, or it didn't end in their favor. We'll have to see what they do in the second half.
Yeah, the Tigers like to experiment against the Cuervos, and that tends to be an issue. Maybe finding something that works and sticking to it for the game. I think this second half the Tigers are going to want to be a little more possession-oriented, move the ball around a little more between themselves, maybe not try to force the ball forward, and hold on to it. Try to find something through the goal. The Cuervos are going to start us for the second half. And once again, you can already see they're happy to just sit on this and just kill some time.
One thing about Cuervos, they do not rush.
Why are you so far?
Poor pass from Cuervos leads to Esteban finding Jose. Jose puts a great ball through to Mike, just a little overhit. It's going to go out for a Cuervos goal kick there.
More evidence of that fast pitch.
Quick ball played out to the right here. Cuervos looking centrally, but a very poor pass, and Fernando's going to jump on it. Mike's going to put this guy off balance. He's one-on-one and slots it into the bottom left corner with a calm, composed finish. You can see the sideline erupt. What a goal from the big man up top.
Thank you. I was admiring this view. I haven't seen it yet, so no. We needed that one back. Tigers needed that one dearly. an early goal, especially after the way they finished that first half, is really going to light a fire under them when they need it most.
Yeah, and that comfortable 2-goal cushion for the Cuervos has been completely axed, and the teams are all square with almost the entire second half to play. And you gotta say, since maybe the end of the first half, Tigers are looking the more dangerous of the two. Joel commanding his box here, holding on to the ball.
Good job, good job, good job. Listen, now make some space. Get some space. Don't set them. Good job. Move forward now, Jason. Beautiful. I like it.
Ball wide, Jose making a pushing run forward. He's going to lay the ball centrally to Fernando, who's looking for that through ball. Cuervo's going to cut it out right away. As Jason tracks back to try to slow the attack, does well, keeps this guy from moving forward.
It's a good job by Jason there to not stab in like we've seen him do in the past. He stood the player up and forced the ball backwards.
Jason does a lot of the quiet stuff that most people don't feel like doing, and it is much appreciated. Fernando almost losing the ball there, but it falls to Green. And Mike on the cross trying the overhead kick. That would have been a Puskas-worthy goal if he could have got that one off.
He's immediately subbing. I wonder if he picked something up there.
Did he?
But either way, only 3 minutes into the half, he needs a break here.
Yeah, I wonder how his back's feeling. He fell pretty hard there.
I'm sure he's fine.
Cuervos looked to get a quick counter, but deciding against it, playing it back across the back. And Fernando's going to give up a foul here. Not mad at that foul. Not upset with it. It slowed down the pace, which not necessarily what the Tigers want, but it allows everyone in green to get back and recover.
Honestly, at this point, the Tigers probably do want the pace to slow down here.
And a dangerous ball in the box gets stuck under Jose's feet, as this guy's going to try to play one on the ground, and that shot is going to go just wide. From this angle, looks like it goes in, but it was actually the outside of the post. Scary moment for the Tigers.
Tigers dodged a massive bullet there.
All out here to Jose. Looking for that through ball to Pedro, but Cuervo's going to snuff it out as they try to move forward, and that's just going to scoot right on by and out for a Tigers goal kick.
Come on, let's go! Joe, get the ball to him. What are you? Stop daydreaming, guys.
You see Albert pushing the energy. He does not want this to go to PKs. He wants to win this outright. It's a good ball in. Esteban with some quick feet just gets stuck under him, and Cuervos do well to defend that and clear it out. And this ball is actually going to be out of bounds for a Tigers throw.
We've seen that Robert Esteban connection quite a few times this season with Robert out on the edge there. So
yeah, the chemistry between the two is great. Cuervos with the ball centrally, looking to swing the point of attack to the left side.
All right, come out, Robert.
And again, just sitting on the ball, not looking to force anything, making some smart passes. Ball comes in. And that's going to trickle out for Cuervo's corner, as I believe Fernando got the last touch on that.
interesting that the Cuervos player there was happy to take a corner. He could have turned around and caused some pretty quick and immediate problems for the Tigers. Instead, he let them get set.
Yeah, I think it just kind of goes to show the game plan of stall it out, go to penalties, and hope for the win there. But if I were them, they have looked pretty solid this game. They're passing well, and they're getting opportunities. You know, maybe just a lapse in judgment in the moment. But they definitely have the firepower to get one in on the guys in green. As this ball comes into the box, and it's good defense to get a block in there from Esteban. But the attack's not done yet until Jose steps to it and shuts it down. A quick ball out to Fernando. And a cut over to Robert. Sees a run, and a shot's going to come in. And Cuervos keeper not troubled by it. It's going to kill some time here.
Yeah, that hammers it home here. Cuervos are definitely playing for penalties.
Ball finally gets out here, and it's going to get moved around. Tigers definitely sitting a bit deep, probably looking to get on a quick counter. It's going to come all the way back to the Cuervos keeper, and they're not afraid to use him as a seventh field player. Good step there from Esteban, and Fernando does well to cut it right back. Receives Pedro through, and he's in on goal. And that is studs into Pedro's ankle as he lunges for that shot. Unfortunate to see the ball go wide, but we're going to see a penalty here. And Pedro did great to get to that ball first. Cuervos keeper playing some mind games. And Pedro said, fine, I won't look. Turns his head away and fires it into the bottom left corner. I can't believe the audacity in a knockout stage to do a no-look penalty.
Oh, jeez.
And score the goal.
I didn't notice that the first time.
Just the level of cheekiness from the guy up top.
Great stuff, Pedro.
He never crumbles under pressure to say, oh, I need to get this done. He always wants to make the game fun. And he did it there. And thank goodness it's in the back of the net for a Tigers lead. And now the Cuervos have some ground to make up from being up 2-0 to down 3-2 with a quarter of the game left.
Good job. Bring it down.
Jose does well to clear the danger there. Chris looking to unleash Robert, who does well to hustle here as the keeper tries to shield it out of bounds. Going to play the ball off of his shin and earn a Tigers corner. Great hustle there from Robert.
At this point, you can just tell Tigers really want this win. Everybody in green on the field celebrated that win. You didn't see anything out of Cuervos players arguing the call here.
This ball's going to come in, and it sails way over top, and it's going to be a Cuervos throw on the far side. If anything, it killed some time for the Tigers, and they're not going to be upset with that.
Rare miss hit on one of those corners from Robert, but
usually so consistent. Yeah. Fernando's going to get in here. He's going to put a ball in on goal, and that was just wide.
Fernando has been a pest in that midfield the entire half.
Yeah, he just kind of floats around and quietly finds himself in the right spaces. Robert doing well defensively there. As him and Pedro link up. And a good ball in, but again, you see that fast pitch. That ball is just moving. As Cuervos come forward, and we're in a dangerous position here. But Green does well to shepherd him toward the sideline. It's going to go out for a Cuervos throw, I believe, on the far side.
You stay, Pedro. Pedro, you stay. Yeah. Yeah, next, yeah.
Ball comes in, and that cross is going to be way over hit
Go, Jason.
and out for a Tigers throw.
Down the line. Not to the middle of the field, Jason.
Jason looking for Fernando, but Cuervos are going to step to that quick. They're still in there, being a pest about it. Good movement here from the guys in white, moving the ball around. Great step from Jose to poke that one away. Unfortunate for it to fall right back to a Cuervos player. They swing the ball around again. As this ball skates dangerously across the 6-yard box. And Tigers maybe dodged another bullet there.
Cuervos still getting good chances out of this one. Tigers haven't quite closed up shop like they want to.
Yeah, seem to still be a few gaps here. Good ball there from the keeper. Movement from Cuervos, but Esteban going to step in there.
Good stuff, play.
And unfortunate for Jason there, I don't think he knew where his feet were when he was out of bounds.
Get behind him, Jason. Don't leave him to run.
Cuervos looking to get the ball in, but Chris is going to be equal to that. Stuff out the danger. Ball comes in. Nothing too dangerous seen out of the guys in white there. And it's going to be a Tigers goal kick.
Never to the middle, okay? Let's go.
Joel sees this quick to Esteban. Esteban out to Jose on the far side. Carrying the ball forward. Maybe one too many touches as the Cuervos now have an opportunity on the counter. But the Tigers doing well to track back. As Chris is going to look across the field into Jason. Finds himself in a good position. Trying to get that ball across, but Cuervos doing well to defend it.
Jason got put in a tough situation there. Two Cuervos defenders wanting to get the ball anywhere but their goals. So
as we see White here on the attack. And a nice little move there. And great defense from Jose to stuff that one out, as that could have been danger, as this guy over here on the right is a danger man, having both of their early goals in the game.
Sometimes when you're the last man back, your best chance is to be as wide as possible, and we got the widest they come.
An attempt to turn and fire here by Cuervos, and it's not going to be a goal.
Wait!
Jason put in another shift there. Absolutely gassed again.
Good.
And I think we forgot to mention, we had Pedro as the solo sub at the beginning of this video. Jose actually showed up right as the game was starting and became another available sub. So he wasn't included in the starting substitutions due to that. However, he's here now, and he's making a difference. My apologies for mentioning that so late.
First half went by, nothing. Second half is almost done, nothing.
Cuervos corner here.
I'm excited. Big fan.
Jose was a late addition to the team sheet, too. He was supposed to miss this earlier in the week.
And Chris rising to the occasion there to get that ball out of danger. And we're on a quick counter here with Mike. He does well to hold it up. The final pass across the field, though, leaves a little bit to be desired there. It's CUERVOS on the counter here.
Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike.
And there's Mike back to correct the mistake, and
Pressure, Mike, pressure.
man, he does it.
It's the last minute.
Ball in from White. Joel had to be on the end of that, and he is able to hold on to the ball.
That was a tough catch, too, with one of his own players
And
right in front of him.
lovely release out to Chris on the far side on a quick counter. He's going to cut inside, have a left-footed shot, but just straight at the CUERVOS defender. A poor shot from him, and the three of them are able to pass right around him.
Come on, guys. You're better than them. Hey. Good job. Good job.
CUERVOS in the box. Clearance is going to come to the top. And Chris is going to get fouled here. And the Tigers are in no hurry to get this game started.
You hear Albert from time to time tell the Tigers slow it down. Take your time getting the ball back to the field.
Mike gets on the end of this free kick from Esteban. Not going to come away with it. Bit of an odd situation there where the guy fell over the ball, but Green comes back and is moving forward as Fernando looking to take on a few guys, maybe saw some golden sparkles and wanted to try to get one of his own. If CUERVOS able to win that off. And just poor passing. The guys in white really need to focus up because they don't have a lot of time, maybe 2 minutes to try to pull one back, take this game to penalties. But we've seen crazier stuff happen in this league.
Tigers are taking their time here.
Esteban playing the ball out wide. Chris, with a little bit of fancy feet, gets around his guy and looks to put a ball in and just blasts it way too high. A poor attempt from him to a ball into Mike. CUERVOS come away with it back to their keeper. And you can see there's a little bit of urgency now as they're not just playing around the back. They're trying to move the ball forward. And just not having the clinical quality to hold on to the ball. This Tigers now in a dangerous spot. Pedro going for glory, but CUERVOS going to snuff that out. And Chris here winning the ball off. A little step over. It's going to drag it into the corner to kill some time. And then Mike, reading the situation, is going to come over and help shield the ball. As Chris is going to go around and have a shot, but the ref had already blown the whistle for a free kick. And just another opportunity for the Tigers to kill some time as we crest into the 23rd minute of the match, of a 22-minute half, I might add. This ball comes in. Good idea. CUERVOS with one final push here to try to make something happen. And Green does well to force them out and see the shot go over the top of the crossbar.
Wait, no! Joe, no! Yeah.
Jesus, Albert.
And the final whistle blows for the Tigers, making a comeback from 2-0 down to take the win and move on. Survive and advance. They have done it. On to the semifinals of the knockout tournament with goals from Mike early in the game and Pedro winning a penalty here, slotting one away with a no-look penalty. Mike, thoughts?
It's what we've come to expect from Tigers CUERVOS. Tigers go down early. Mike scores the equalizer. This time the Tigers got the result though, so I know they're pretty happy going home.
Yeah, you can see we're not going to face up against our old foes, Aegis, but the Internationals took them down pretty handily, as that will be our next game for the semifinal match. Other way, on the other side of the bracket, Hosanna takes down Jerry Hattrick's 9-2, and WFT moves on. Check us out next time.